So the 2025 NASCAR Cup Series season is over, and the drivers themselves are experiencing a wide range of emotions depending on their season. Some are overjoyed by seeing their dreams in February become reality in November. Then you have some drivers you look at and say, man, it's a miracle that they even held their wheels straight. This is the brief story of every single full-time Cup, Xfinity, or truck driver's 2025 season. Tony Breidinger had 3 lead lap finishes in 2025, while her teammate Corey Heim won 12 races.
You suck. No, you just suck.
2025 was a regressive season for Grant Enfinger as he failed to win a race. Hopefully he rebounds, because considering that 2023 happened, I hope at some point Grant Enfinger is able to win himself a Truck Series championship. In 2025, Corey Heim put together the greatest season in NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series history. But considering that this is modern NASCAR, it's TBD as to whether Corey Heim will eventually race on Sundays. In a downer year for ThorSport, Jake Garcia was the surprise, outpointing champions Ben Rhodes and Matt Crafton to make the postseason. Tanner Gray is the definition of mid, as shown by 2025, solidifying another 0-win, 6 top 10, and 13th to 15th place finish in the standings. Gio Rogero's win at Talladega wasn't just important, considering that he won a race in his rookie season, but it also solidified that he wouldn't have to shave his head. Tyler Ankrum had a solid 2025 season, and if McNally Hilgeman Racing can step up in 2026, maybe he contends for a championship. The 2021 Xfinity Series champion Daniel Hemrick finally won the second race of his career. Dawson Sutton was kinda there, as he just didn't have the same type of performance in a Rackley truck that Matt DiBenedetto had in 2023. Given his lack of racing experience and being in subpar equipment, Frankie Muniz did okay in his first full-time season. Lane Riggs won 3 races, but the end to his season was pain. Not only losing out on a tiebreaker for the Drivers' Championship, but being in command of winning the Owners' Championship before Connor Mozak forever changed NASCAR history. Chandler Smith's solid 2025 season was derailed by some untimely luck in the playoffs. Hey, if there is some good news about Matt Mills in 2025, at least he didn't get sent to the hospital because of some rich kid wrecking him into the wall. Whether it was punching above his weight class at Nice or his playoff run with Halmar Friesen Racing, Caden Honeycutt proved that he is a rising star in NASCAR. By winning Michigan, Stuart Friesen won his first race since 2022. However, a nasty dirt crash was what ended up ruining his run at a championship. I'm gonna be honest, I expected a lot more out of Rajah Caruth in his 3rd Truck Series season driving a Spire truck. Yes, he led more laps, but his average finish got worse and he failed to make the championship 4. Overall, a disappointing season. Shout out to Spencer Boyd and Freedom Racing Enterprises as they completed the 4th most miles in this 2025 season. Andre Perez was a bit disappointing with Spire, but he redeemed himself by improving in the second half with Nice Motorsports. Connor Mozak didn't do that bad in 2025, but honestly, he's only going to be remembered for his crash with 5 to go at Phoenix that nearly ruined Corey Heim's elite 2025 season. Despite Matt Crafton wanting to feel more youthful by dating a 24-year-old, Crafton did not perform anything like in his prime, and as a result, he will officially retire from the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series and ThorSport Racing after a legendary 25-year career. Given his past of wrecking race trucks, I must say, congratulations to Jack Wood for being completely irrelevant in 2025. Winless Ty Majeski was this close to beating out 12-win Corey Heim to solidify back-to-back Truck Series championships. You know what? I'm still stunned that Ben Rhodes and Rich Lucius didn't pull off some odd year magic and instead were completely irrelevant all season long. At this point, all the times that Sheldon Creed finishes second in a NASCAR Xfinity Series race just makes you want to scream. Carson Quaffle didn't win a race and was outperformed massively by Connor Zilisch, but keep in mind that drivers develop at different paces. Quaffle did more than enough to prove that he deserves this ride for 2026. The last run of the Xfinity Championship race proved why C4 is greater than Red Bull. There is a lot to love about Jesse Love as a prospect in NASCAR, and I just hope that RCR doesn't completely waste his career. Parker Retzlaff, due to a lot of bad luck, was unable to showcase his true potential at Alpha Prime.
Oh, hi, thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Justin Allgaier had a strong championship defense season by leading the most laps and being the only guy to be on the same league as Connor Zilisch. Unfortunately, due to not having a good long-run car at Phoenix, Allgaier was unable to go back-to-back. Sammy Smith's 2025 season was chaotic, whether it was shipping Taylor Gray to try to win at Martinsville, getting a win at Rockingham via Jesse Love's disqualification, and then being the only driver from Junior Motorsports not to make the championship four. Daniel Dye had an okay rookie season considering the declines of Kaulig Racing, but there was still a lot to be desired. The same can be said for Josh Williams, but unfortunately, it seems like his trajectory for the rest of his career is going to be a chronically mid-pack guy in the O'Reilly Series. Christian Eckes had a solid rookie season, but it seems like this is all for naught considering that he's likely going back to the NASCAR Truck Series for 2026. On the surface level, William Sawalich's 2025 was a disaster considering that he didn't even make the playoffs in a JGR car. However, Sawalich made massive strides in the second half of the season, and imagine if the O'Reilly Series raced at Darlington, Kansas, and Phoenix for every race. Brandon Jones would probably be a 7-time champion. Austin Hill's 2025 season in a nutshell. Continued superspeedway dominance, yet his quest at a championship was completely wiped away thanks to an idiotic move at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Harrison Burton and AM Racing had their redemption arc by leading the Xfinity Series in miles completed and making the playoffs. Another mid-pack driver that deserves his flowers is Dean Thompson. This guy was awful in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, but in his rookie season he got 8 top 10s and finished 16th in points. The same can be said for Jeb Burton, as he is pretty much the Ricky Stenhouse Jr. of the NASCAR Xfinity Series. He's a severely underrated driver that could do solid if he had the equipment to back it up. Like the previous 2 seasons, 2025 was for Kyle Sieg, as he got a top 10, but he didn't really improve statistically. Blaine Perkins, on the other hand, didn't do as bad as I thought, as he got 4 top 10s and was ranked 4th in miles completed. Ryan Sieg had a solid 2025, but he has still yet to conquer that mountain known as his first NASCAR O'Reilly Series win. Sam Mayer is an incredible young talent, yet his immaturity behind the wheel continues to cost him of reaching his goal of making it to the NASCAR Cup Series. 2025 was a regressive season for Anthony Alfredo, but he did help the Young's Motorsports team improve from 27th to 26th in the final owner standings. Brendan Poole continues to show why he's underrated, especially after Phoenix, where he helped solidify the Alpha Prime team a top 20 finish in the owner's standings. The driver change for the 48 team was a mixed bag, as while they regressed a little bit, Nick Sanchez did get this team a victory at Atlanta. In a season where there were a lot of solid mid-pack stories, unfortunately, Jeremy Clements was the one driver that was stuck running outside the top 20. After multiple races of Martinsville pain, Taylor Gray was finally able to have his big moment. 2025 was a mid-season for Ryan Ellis, although he did get his first career top 10 finish by finishing 8th in the Charlotte 300. Connor Zilisch as a rookie was record-breaking by winning 10 races, 18 consecutive races in the top 5, and clearly the best driver of 2025. However, When the lights were bright, Connor Zilisch got a third place finish and ended up losing the season championship. Despite Matt DiBenedetto helping Viking Motorsports punch above their weight class, it looks like DiBenedetto is going to continue to be a NASCAR journeyman. Ross Chastain's entire 2025 was defined by the Charlotte Motor Speedway, whether it was winning the Coca-Cola 600 on the oval or making a completely asinine move to get eliminated from the playoffs on the Roval. Austin Cindric had a solid 2025 with one win and a round of 12 appearance, but considering what his Penske teammates have done in recent years, there's still a lot to be desired. In 2025, on a Saturday night at the Richmond Raceway, Austin Dillon got his first career NASCAR Cup Series win on legit pace without any fluky outside luck. Considering the racing successes of Noah Gragson and Drew Blickensderfer, it is unacceptable that this number 4 team finished outside the top 30 in points. Somehow, someway, NASCAR made a second Kyle Larson championship feel undeserving when statistically, Kyle Larson is a deserving NASCAR Cup Series champion. Brad Keselowski's 2025 season was complete horseshit. Justin Haley was set up to fail by Spire Motorsports. Kyle Busch in 2025 scored his lowest top 5s, top 10s, and his worst finish in the Cup standings in his entire career. That just absolutely sucks, because what is there not to like about Kyle Busch?
By about 4 or 5 inches. Not 6, 7.
Actually, never mind. Fuck everything I just said. I hope that Kyle Busch never wins a race and is completely irrelevant for the rest of his career just based on that. 2025 was the status quo for Chase Elliott, whether it was not having the speed, consistency, or accolades of his teammates, struggling in crown jewel races, or the continued NPC talking points about how Chase Elliott has no personality. Ty Dillon brilliantly exploited the NASCAR in-season challenge to his benefit. As much as I love trolling Denny Hamlin fans for him not having a championship, that was just sickening. Absolute pain. Ryan Blaney not getting hot at the Fall Martinsville race costed him not only of a second championship, but also Team Penske of a four-peat. AJ Allmendinger was the crash dummy of 2025. Hopefully this doesn't have any side effects in 2026, because Allmendinger is still an incredible talent. Chris Buescher in 2025 had the 6th best average finish, yet still missed the playoffs for the second year in a row. For the people that thought Chase Briscoe wouldn't fit into Joe Gibbs Racing, I've just got to say, your claim aged as well as unpasteurized milk. Congratulations to Christopher Bell for being the 2-time hypothetical NASCAR Cup Series champion, considering that a lot of NASCAR fans are fed up with the current playoff format. Josh Berry's 2025 was historic, whether it was winning his first career race at Las Vegas or having the worst playoff run in NASCAR Cup Series history. Considering that this is an odd year, Joey Logano didn't do that bad this season. As much as I've been a critic of Bubba Wallace, this was a really good season. Whether it was Charles Deneke bringing in more consistency with the 23, getting a crown jewel victory in the Brickyard 400, or his round of 16, which was unfortunately wiped away due to this playoff format. 2025 was a historic season for William Byron, whether it was winning the Daytona 500, winning the regular season championship, being on the cover of NASCAR 25, and making his 3rd consecutive championship 4. Unfortunately, with all of that, he probably still has an uphill battle to win over Sabrina Carpenter or Sydney Sweeney. Died 2009, born 2025, welcome back Clint Boyer in the 33 car. Riley Herbst's best finish in a 23-11 car in his rookie season was 14th. Impressive. If Zane Smith can get onto a Tier 1 program, he has a lot of potential in the NASCAR Cup Series. Outside of nearly pulling a Harrison Burton 2024, Cole Custer and the Haas Factory team were completely irrelevant. John Hunter Nemechek is the most improved driver of the season, and it shows that while he does make idiotic mistakes, he's actually a solid NASCAR Cup Series driver. Okay, so 2025 was better for Erik Jones, but considering that he's had incredible highs, like winning 2 Southern 500s, there's still a lot that can be done to make sure that he's more competitive. Tyler Reddick in 2025 was disappointing as he had no wins, missed the round of 8, and his teammate Bubba Wallace was on par with him for a majority of the season. In the first half of the season, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. was fighting for a playoff spot and had a solid average finish. Man, why the did Hayek have to fall off in the second half? Why? Alex Bowman's 2025 season was awful on the back of 0 wins, barely making the playoffs, and getting eliminated in the round of 16 thanks to Blake Harris and a pit crew that didn't shine when lights were brightest. Cody Ware and Rick Ware Racing are the RBs of NASCAR, truly the lowest of the low. 2025 was a rough year for potential man Ty Gibbs, as while he won the in-season challenge, he didn't win a race, solidifying that he has made over 100 starts in Joe Gibbs Racing equipment without winning a NASCAR Cup Series race. Hey, remember when everyone said that Ryan Preece was undeserving of his ride at RFK Racing? Interesting times. Michael McDowell in 2025 proved that he is an incredible asset to a team like Spire Motorsports. The jury's still out on Carson Hocevar, as while he does have incredible races like the Coca-Cola 600, he also still has moments that make some fans hope that he's a NASCAR Cup Series bust. Shane Van Gisbergen had a world-class rookie season, whether it was showing that he's the alpha male on road courses or his solid progression on ovals. Daniel Suarez was absolutely smacked around like a piñata this season. Hopefully the mid-pack treats him a lot better in 2026, considering that he's going to Spire Motorsports.